Good evening and welcome to my channel. I've got a very fun little story for you tonight. It is, of course, as ever, based on 5 random words which will appear below. This one, number 34, is called Wetware. Crypto-immunologist Daisy Stromness was paid to think the unthinkable. Her trade went way beyond installing antiviral software. Daisy and her team combated cyberterrorism, recreational hacking, and opportunist blackmailers. She ensured her clients' systems remained, as much as possible, immune to viral infection. That is, until someone came up with a new and insidious virus with which to mount a cyber attack. One such event took place on July the 4th, 2027. A nasty little Trojan, codenamed Hippo, started self-replicating and infecting systems far and wide. Nobody could quite understand what Hippo was supposed to do, other than mercilessly propagate and lie dormant. That is, until a particular Las Vegas tech convention. Over 1,000 of the world's most famous coders, cyber experts, and techno geeks were at a presentation on Saturday morning. Everyone glued to their devices, all except Daisy, who had drunk too much at the launch party the night before. She was sleeping off her hangover at 12:30 p.m. when Bradley Corncliffe, visually impaired app guru, dashed upstairs to pound on her door. "Daisy, are you awake? Are you online?" he shouted fearfully. Daisy woke from her vodka-infused stupor and stared at her dormant laptop and at her smashed wrist phone, damaged on the dance floor the previous evening. "No, I'm not. Go away," she moaned. "Good," came the reply. "I'm coming in." Seconds later, Daisy's door beeped and Bradley entered the room, having hacked the lock. Daisy grabbed her robe, although Bradley was entirely blind. She also noticed that she had a love bite on her left breast, origins unknown. Bradley perched excitedly on the edge of Daisy's bed. "Quick info dump. Everybody is infected with the Hippo virus. All the screens flashed at once, apparently. Machines wiped. My Braille interface is fine. No screen." Daisy wolf whistled. "Fuck. They targeted us." Bradley nodded. "If you want to propagate a supervirus, best knock out the world's crypto security experts first. There's more." Daisy wondered how it could possibly be any worse. Her industry relied on credibility and reputation. Who would employ a specialist who had just been fatally hacked at a convention? "What?" she said, steeling herself. "I'd better show you." Daisy began to get dressed. "You're naked, aren't you?" murmured Bradley. His Asperger's made him more than a little boundaryless. "No, I'm not," Daisy lied. "Granny sweater and sweatpants. Let's go." They went down into the lobby and were greeted by a bewildering sight. Groups of confused-looking convention attendees, jabbing futilely at dead electronic devices. Daisy and Bradley caught a sampling of voices in the main auditorium. "What was he saying?" "I can't get it to boot." "Me neither. I have a headache." "Did I miss the launch? What's happening?" Chairs and tables lay overturned. The bank of screens encircling the stage were lifeless, grey-black slabs. Keynote speaker, techno-billionaire Sammy McManus, sat on stage cross-legged, staring at his notes as if they were in Swahili. Who wrote this? Daisy turned to Bradley. "What the holy fuck, Brad?" Bradley smiled at the abbreviation. "The strobing caused headaches. Then people forgot things. It's like the virus jumped through the screens." Something struck Daisy. Hippo. Hippocampus. It controls short-term memory. She grabbed a young man walking by. "Hey, what was the keynote speech about?" The young man frowned. "Dunno. Hasn't started yet, has it?" Daisy continued. "What's your most profound memory involving AI?" The young man smiled, forgetting the chaos for a moment. "Easy. Deeper thought beating the Turing test in Helsinki in 2021. I was 15. It joked about the Helvetica font not being its type. Testers assumed it was human." "What did you have for lunch that day?" said Bradley. Without a moment's hesitation, the young man replied, "Sautéed reindeer, poron charistis." Daisy inquired, "What was the first question I asked you just now?" The young man laughed, then looked confused and mildly panic-stricken. "It's cool," said Daisy. "Don't worry about it." 20 minutes later, they were holed up in Daisy's room, writing code on Bradley's smartphone. This wasn't just a debug and destroy mission. Hippo had made the leap to infecting the human brain's wetware. This would require lateral thinking. Just after 2 p.m., broadcasters were reporting the virus spreading exponentially from the Las Vegas convention epicenter to the rest of the US and beyond. By 4 p.m., over 3 million citizens worldwide had their short-term memories eradicated. At 5 p.m., a major Japanese company's television screens strobed. 500 million oblivious spectators were infected at once. Daisy had sensibly opted for radio. At 6:35, she plugged in a memory stick and powered up her laptop. Their Minesweeper found Hippo in seconds and zapped it out of existence. 15 seconds before it reinstalls, said Daisy. Hit the lights and the strobe. Bradley flicked on their purchase as Daisy drew the curtains. All was darkness save the pale rectangle of the laptop. Then the room flickered with blue-white pulses, a strobe light bought from a DJ supply store a few blocks away. Hexadecimal scrolled as they monitored the live routines running on the laptop. Bradley followed them on his braille display. "There," said Bradley. "It's back." Daisy saw the telltale handle of the Hippo virus. They waited, Daisy staring fixedly at the screen, as it began to flicker in short, almost imperceptible pulses, broken up by the strobe's own patterns. "Is it happening?" asked Bradley. Daisy nodded. "Have you got the list there?" she said. Bradley had written a random word list. Before they'd run the test, Daisy had memorized it. "Have a go," Bradley suggested. Daisy absorbed the laptop's flicker and the strobe light as she recited. Hippo, gobbling, tide, anachronism, Massachusetts, salami, druid, Penelope. Bradley allowed a dramatic pause until Daisy pinched him. "Perfect," he said triumphantly. "We need volunteers." A dozen guinea pigs ran the test, staring into the laptop under the strobe light. They all retained a normal amount of information from Bradley's list. The virus had been neutralized. Daisy's reputation was secure in all but one respect. She'd remembered where the love bite originated. Bradley. Oh well, he was kind of cute for an uber dork. And that's my story. And thank you for listening. Good night.